Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the poet laureate of rock and roll, the voice of the promise of the 60s counterculture, the guy who forced folk into bed with rock, who donned to make him in the 70s and disappeared into a haze of substance abuse, who emerged to find Jesus, who was written off as a has-been by the end of the 80s, and who suddenly shifted gears, releasing some of the strongest music of his career beginning in the late 90s. Columbia recording artist, Bob Dylan.
I ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm no more. I ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm no more. While I wake up in the morning, hold my hands in paper rain, got a head full of ideas, driving me insane. It's a shame the way she make me scrub the floor. I ain't gonna work on Maggie's farm no more. His brother no more. I ain't gonna work for make his brother no more. He handed you a nickel and he handed you a dime. Ask you in the green, you having a good time. Find you every time you slam the door. I ain't gonna work darling, they put me down. Darling, I'm counting on you. Tell me that it isn't true. Well, I seen that you've been seen with some other man, and it's tall like an anthem, and you're holding his hand. Darling, I'm counting on you. Tell me that it isn't true. To know somebody else is a holy time. You know it hits me all over. You know it just doesn't sound right. All of these awful things that I have heard, I don't wanna believe that. All I want is your word. So darling, counting on you. Gotta tell me that it isn't true. Somebody else is holding you tight. You know it hits me all over. You know it just doesn't sound right. All of these awful things that I have heard, and I wanna believe them. All I want is your word. So darling, you better come through and tell me that it isn't true. Shut the light, shut the shade. You don't have to be afraid. I mean, you may be tonight. Shut the blind, shut them tight. Tonight it's gonna last all night. be your baby. I'll be your baby tonight. Well, that mockingbird gonna sail away. We're gonna let it, that big bed move, gonna shine like a spoon. We're gonna let it in, you won't regret it. Take your shoes off, have no fear. Bring that bottle over here. I'll be your baby. I'll be your baby tonight. Sail away, and we're gonna let it, that big bad moon, gonna shine like a spoon. We're gonna let it in, you won't regret it. Get your shoes off, have no fear. Bring that bottle up over here. I'll be a baby tonight. Lay across my bed brass bed. Lay across my big brass bed. Whatever colors you have in your mind, I'll show them to you, and you'll see them shine. Lay across my big brass bed. Stay, lady, stay. stay with your man a while. Up until the break of day, let me see you make him smile. His shoes are dirty, but his hands are clean. And you're the best thing that he's ever seen. Stay, lady, stay. Stay with your man a while. I wait a little longer for the world to begin. You can have your cake and eat it too. Why wait any longer for the one you love when he's standing right there in front of you? Stay, lady, stay. Stay while the night is still ahead. Lay, lady, lay. Lay across my big grass bed. I long to see you in the morning light. I long to reach for you in the night. Stay, lady, stay. Stay while the night is still ahead. Lay across my big grass bed. You can have your cake and eat it too. Why wait any longer for the one you love when he's standing right there in front of you? Stay, lady, stay. Stay while the night is still ahead. Lay across my big brass bed. I long to see you in the morning light. I long to reach for you in the night. Stay, lady, stay. Stay while the night is still ahead. Lay across my big grass bed. Of me, and you're thinking of me, but you know you could be wrong. You say you told me that you wanna hold me, but you know you're not that strong. I can't do what I did before. I can't beg you anymore. let you pass. Yes, and I'm gonna last. And that time will tell just who is spell that has been left behind. When you go your way and I go mine. So you're always leaving and you're only grieving, but you know how hard you're trying. So you live alone and you're so cold to it, but you know sometimes you lie. Sometimes it gets so hard to care. I can't be this way everywhere. I'm gonna let you pass. Yes, and I'm gonna last. And the time will tell just who's fair, but who's been left behind. When you go your way and I'll go mine. It's gonna go on you, but it's better to build and walk on stills. Watch out, you don't fall on you. You say you're sorry for telling me story, and that you know I believe I'm true. Say you got some other kind of lover. And yes, I believe you do. You see my kisses ain't like his. I'm not gonna tell you this time why that is. I'm gonna let you pass. Listen, I'll go last. And that time will tell just who is fair and who's been left behind. When you go your way and I go mine. Holds a grudge. It's gonna come on you. Badly built and I walk on stilts. Watch out, it over all on you. You say you're sorry for telling me story that you know I believe I'm true. Say you got some other kind of lover. And yes, I believe you do. You say my kisses ain't like his. I'm not gonna tell you this time why that is. I'm just gonna let you pass. Yes, and I'm gonna last. And that time will tell just who is fair and who's been left behind. You go your way and I go mine. seen the old on the doorpost saying this land is condemned all the way from New Orleans to Jerusalem. I traveled through East Texas, where many mothers fell. I can tell you one thing, nobody can sing the blues you like really, really can. I heard that Hooten singing as they were taking down the tents. The stars above, the barren trees, oasis, holy on, holy yeah. Them charcoal gypsy maidens can strut their feathers well. I can tell you one thing, nobody can sing the blues like that really makes it. As a woman by the river, with some fine young handsome man, he's dressed up like a squire, bootleg whiskey in his hand. There's a changing on the highway, you can hear that undertake good bell. I can tell you one thing, nobody can sing the blues like that really big town. God is in his heaven, and we all know with tears, but power and greed and coming up over seed seem to me all that there is. I'm gazing out the window, the St. James Hotel. I can tell you one thing, nobody can sing the blues like that really make it. the matter with me? I don't have much to say. Daylight sneaking through the window. I'm selling this online campaign. Walking here in the road beneath the moon where the trucks are rolling through. Sit down in this bank of sand and watch the river flow. Wish I was back in the city, standing in this bank of sand, with the sun beat down over the chimney top. I'm not true love, so good as an air. If I had wings and I could fly, I know where I would go. Right now I sit right here and watch the river flow. People listen to me everywhere you look. Make it stop and read a book. Only yesterday I seen somebody whose goose was really good. There's a river, keep it rolling on, and when it's stopping with the wind might blow, I sit right here and watch the river flow. Everywhere you look, ever stop and wonder why? Only yesterday I seen someone too sad to cry. This old river keep it rolling on, and where we stop and when the wind might blow, I'll sit right here and watch the river flow. walk in the room with a pencil in your hand. You see somebody naked. You say, here's that bad. You try so hard, but you don't understand just what you're gonna say when you get home. Something's happening here, and you don't know what it is. Do you, Mr. Jones? You slip in the side door. You say, is this where it is? Somebody points his finger at you and says it's his. And you say, what's mine? And someone else says, well, what is? You say, oh my God, in my head, something's happening here, and you don't know what it is. Do ya, Mr. Jones? You see this one-eyed midget shouting the word now. You say, for what reason? And he says, how? And you say, what does that mean? And they scream like you're a cow. Give us some milk. Oh, no. Something is happening here, and you don't know what it is. Do you, Mr. Jones? You have better contacts out there along the lumberjack. Get your facts when someone attacks your imagination. No one has any respect. Anyway, they just expect you to sign your check to some tax deductible charity organization. We went with the professors, and they've all liked your looks. With great lawyers and scholars, you've discovered lepers and crooks. You've been through all of F. Scott Fitzgerald's books. You've ever well read, it's well known. Something's happening here, and you don't know what it is. Do ya, Mr. Jones? Crawl in the room like a camel in your frown. You put your eyes in your pocket, you put your nose in the ground. There ought to be a law against you coming around. Next time you do, remember to make some love. Something's happening here, and you don't know what it is. Do you, Mr. Jones? Nora Jones back up here. And she's gonna sing something with us. Hello, Nora. They say everything and every place, yet every distance is not near. I remember everything, every man who put me here. I see my light
Come shining
from the west
from the westbound
to the east. Any day now, any day now,
any day.
I shall be
I shall be.
relieved.
They say every man needs protection. They say every man must fall. Yeah, I swear I see my reflection someplace so high above this wall.
I see my light
My light
come shining from the west
from the west
down to the east. Any day now,
any day now.
any day now,
Oh, any day now.
I shall be relieved. Yonder down here in this lonely crowd, there's a man who swears he's not to blame. All day long,
All day long,
I hear him crying out so loud,
crying out so loud.
crying out that he even brain. I see my life
I see my light
come
come
shining from the west
from the westbound
down to the east.
oh,
Any day now, any day now, I shall be
I shall be
relieved. I see my light
I see my light
come
come
shining
shining
from the west
from the westbound
to the east. Any day,
any day now.
any day now,
Any day now.
I shall be relieved, relieved.
Howdy, how about another hand for Mr. Bob Dylan? All right, that was tight.